Let's take a tour together of everything that fits inside the Charles & Keith Rachel Elongated purse. I have mine in the color burgundy. It is a vegan leather purse with silver hardware, also featuring my cat Jackie. So I'll just give a tour of my purse. On the front, I have my bag charms. This is a vintage Sabrina the Teenage Witch talking Salem cat that my husband got me. You can ask it a question and it'll tell you the answer. Like, for example, Salem, is Jackie going to sleep all day?
Not gonna happen.
And then here are the charms that I handmade for my bag. This one has my son's name and our lucky number 7, which is the day that he was born. A little bunny, because I call him my bunny boy. And then over here I have all these other charms that I handmade that just remind me of certain things. I have a lemon, an olive, a seashell, a little fish, a star, a tomato, this little sun, and it says 5 by 5. If anyone can get the reference of the 5 by 5, we can be instant best friends. And then a little heart and a flower. So those are my charms. And these charms are made out of clay. I just used baking clay and then painted them. And then I just sealed them all with a glaze. Okay, so let's get started with the front pockets. So all the pockets on the front and sides are magnet, which I really love because you can just access everything super easy. So in here I have hand sanitizer and Visine for my allergies. I get really bad, dry, itchy red eyes, so this comes in handy. And then in this pocket I have a banana clip that my mom gave me and a scrunchie. And on the side I have my headphones. And this is a fun life hack. You can just use a little hair clip to keep your headphones tidy. So I just keep them in the side. And then over here I have my lip glosses that I use daily. So I've got my Rhode. This one is really nice. It smells like cake and it's just clear. And then I've got my Burt's Bees in mint, my favorite of all time. Like, cannot live without this. And then what else in here? I've got a little travel perfume, which I don't really use because I'm not allowed to wear perfume and like heavy scents at work. So this one is, I don't know, just to have something cute and fancy in my purse. And then in the back pocket is where I always keep my cell phone. And then let's see what's inside. So in the main compartment, I have my e-reader because you never know where you're going to be, like sitting at an appointment or when I take my son to soccer or various other events where you're just sitting for long periods of time. So this comes in handy. I'm currently reading a book called My Husband and I'm liking it so far. So there's that. And then I also have one of my sunglasses. I have these Ray-Bans and I really like them. It's really hard to find a pair of sunglasses that suits my face. You can see me in the reflection. Hello. I'm filming this in my vintage Licenza house coat. I'm obsessed with it. So anyway, moving on. So there's my sunglasses. And then I have my work badge, which I'm not gonna reveal. My digital camera. I like to use this when I'm on holiday because my phone storage is always full. So this is a nice and easy way to take lots of pictures, and then I have a little memory card that I can transfer all the photos onto my laptop. And then I have my wallet. I used to have a really nice black leather wallet, but it was so big and chunky. And then I found this one actually on AliExpress, and I'm really into these hidden magnets. I think it's really nice. And I like that this wallet is just like nice and thin, but it still fits a lot. So it has even like a zippered pouch inside there. And here for coins, which which I find really handy. So yeah, it did say on AliExpress that this is real leather, but I'm not really sure if that's true. And then in here I've got the charger. This charger actually works for my e-reader and my camera, which is super handy. And then in here I've got my shopping list because I do groceries every Saturday, so I always have to write down my groceries. So that's everything in there. And then in the zippered pocket I just keep like period stuff, pads, tampon, panty liners, the usual. And in here I got this when I was in Malta this summer, so this little bag is sentimental to me. And inside I have my little everyday pill pharmacy. I've got blotting papers because my forehead and nose is always getting oily throughout the day. Every mom knows that you always have to have a couple of these on hand at all times. And then I've got tweezers because sometimes when I'm in the car and I have access to natural light, I'll notice some eyebrow, like rogue eyebrow hairs or like rogue white hairs that I need to pluck out. I love these too because they're shimmery. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but they're super sparkly and cute. And then I've got salt because I literally douse everything in salt. It's super unhealthy, but I always keep like little packets of salt. Toothpick, spoolie, and that's it. That's everything I carry on a daily basis in my bag. I do have a travel journal that I use every day, but I can't fit my travel journal in the purse with all of my other stuff. So this is my travel journal, and it is very chunky. It's super full, but I handmade this little charm to go on the front. It's also made out of clay. And then on the side, I have this butterfly, which actually contains some of my grandmother's ashes. I was really close with my grandmother, so I like to have this because I literally take this journal everywhere and I write in it every single day. And then this charm was from her bracelet that she used to wear. It was a charm bracelet that she had. And so if I were to try to fit this in the purse, sorry, I'm doing this with one hand because I am a novice TikToker. I'm new to TikTok and I don't have any equipment. I don't have a tripod. I don't have a ring light. So it takes up quite a large amount of the room in the purse. I think you could probably fit everything back in there, but I like everything to be really easily accessible and not like super shoved in. I don't know, let's see if it'll all fit. Pretend that this is full. Yeah, it actually fits, but you can't really close it up. That's a pretty tight squeeze. You could just rear it open like that. That makes it really heavy though. So yeah, my goal is to find a purse that's big enough to comfortably fit all of these daily essentials, including my travel journal, but not look like a tote bag. Like, I want a cute everyday purse that's big enough for all this stuff, but I don't want it to look big. So there you have it. The Charles and Keith Rachel Elongated.
Absolutely.
Oh, Salem approves.